Guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a few weeks. And yeah, we got another truck. Of course, I have issues. I can't not buy new trucks. My accountant's gonna kill me when she finds out. Anyways, so got another truck. I had the F-150 because obviously it did a lot of towing with the enclosed trailers, and it's nice to have an F-150 because it can tow anything. And you guys probably didn't even know, I never even made a video on it, but I had a 2022 limited F-250. Got a pretty good deal on it. It was slightly used, but got a really good deal on it, and I've always wanted to have a limited, which is like literally the highest trim you can have. And got a good deal on it, paid a decent price for it. I even put it on, I'll put a photo here. I put it on 37s with 17-inch methods. I usually do like a 20 or a 22 with a little bit smaller sidewall, but this time I didn't want to ruin the ride of an F-250 because honestly, for a diesel, they ride really good from the factory. Obviously, it's a 3/4 ton truck. They're still gonna be kind of rough, but for a diesel, it actually rode pretty smooth. So then I put 37s on it, did some Fox reservoir shocks, and it still rode. I mean, it definitely rode even better, but at the end of the day, it's still a 3/4 ton truck, and they still kind of ride rough. And Amarillo roads are terrible. So this year, now that I have the single cab and I'm not gonna put it on or put it in an enclosed trailer, I'm gonna be towing it on an open trailer when we start racing it, which is really soon. I'm gonna give you some updates here shortly. I figured, man, I could go back to an F-150 because you gotta think, most of the time I drive these vehicles is daily driving. I don't tow that much. Tow, you know, even if you raced heavily, you know, 6 to 8 times a year, maybe even 10, but still the rest of the year you're daily driving it. So, damn, that's a nice ass truck. So I could literally, you know, just get a nice F-150, then it drives really nice around town, gets a little bit better gas mileage, uses gas, so it's a little bit cheaper. And yeah, the biggest thing was for me was daily driving it. So I got an F-150, and I've had a bunch of F-150s before, and I absolutely love them. The biggest thing I couldn't decide was if I was gonna get the 5.0 or the 3.5 EcoBoost, because around town and daily driving, the 3.5 EcoBoost is so much fun. I've had a few of them. I even had one that was tuned, and man, they are awesome. But this is Coyote Direct, and I can't drive an EcoBoost. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. So these trucks are really hard to find. The higher trims with the 5.0, all the higher trims, I mean, you can find them, but mostly all the higher trims, like even the Lariat Ultimate, the Platinums, Limiteds, all 5.0s. But I also decided I'm just daily driving this thing. I don't need a bougie level of F-150, so I ended up just getting an XLT. I forget which XLT it is, like a 302 something, I don't know. But it has a lot of the Lariat features. I would say it's pretty much a Lariat with cloth seats, is what I would call it. It's got like half of the dash is digital, so you can see like half of the dash is digital. Still got the large screen, still got the trailer backup assist. It's 4-wheel drive, obviously. It has blind spot monitoring, which is probably like my favorite thing because I don't pay attention. It's got heated seats, doesn't have cooled seats, doesn't have a heated steering wheel, and then it has the nicer headlights and fog lights with the LED ring around them, which I really love. So it's, like I said, it's almost like a Lariat, but an XLT, you know? It's really, I'd say like the best model you can get. And part of the reason why I went with this is these damn trucks are getting so stupid expensive. It's insane. When I thought about going back to a diesel, oh my gosh, it's crazy. They're so expensive. And then you look at the new F-150s and they were crazy expensive. Even this, I didn't pay sticker for it, but the sticker on this is a F-150 gas truck XLT, not even like a freaking limited or something. The sticker is $63,000. The sticker is $63,000. It's crazy. Crazy. I bought a brand new, back in 2018, this is my second brand new F-150 in 2018. I had a brand new one in 2016 when I lived in Colorado. But in 2018, I bought a brand new Lariat Ultimate F-150 EcoBoost. Super nice truck. I love that thing. And I think the sticker was like 55 or 50. Yeah, like 55 or 56. It's crazy. Crazy how much things go up these days. So yeah, and that was a Lariat Ultimate. So it had like the pano, rear heated seat. I mean, it was decked out Lariat. And I just paid more for an XLT. I'm an idiot. Well, that's just how the world goes. Everything gets more expensive all the time. But anyways, I want to show you guys a new truck because I absolutely freaking love it. If you guys have never driven these new F-150s, even like, I say new, 2018 and up is still new to me. It's so weird. Like, this is the brand new one. This is 2023. But I always consider like 2018 and up new. But if you haven't drove a newer F-150 recently, they ride so freaking smooth. They drive like a damn car. And probably it feels that way because I was driving the F-250. Like, it was huge. Like, these things like turn like a car. They ride like a car. I get the same gas mileage as Kennedy's car. But yeah, they're freaking awesome. So I do miss the diesel. The diesel's fun because it's big, it's heavy. You know, it's a big badass truck. It was a limited. It was super nice. But for daily driving, you cannot beat these trucks. And see, I would, like Joe, he's got the Dark Horse and the F-250. So he can daily drive the Dark Horse. And then when he feels like he wants to drive the truck, he can drive the truck. But I don't have a car to drive to like switch off. So for daily driving, this thing is absolutely amazing. Now, the problem is, this was my only problem with getting the 5.0, is good Lord, I am tempted, so tempted to mod this thing. Oh my gosh. They're just so easy. It's a freaking 5.0 four-wheel drive 10-speed. Why would I not mod it? Oh my gosh. But it is my daily. So, I just got the bed lined. I just did Line X in the bed. And I got it tinted, obviously, by Misa. Ceramic tint all the way around. And then I am doing... So I don't want to lower it, because I do plan to tow with it. Which, I'm not saying you can't lower and tow it. Lower it and tow it. You could. I just don't want to. I actually don't mind the stance of the front. It's the rear, you know, it's all hiked up. So I'm actually gonna do like a reverse level, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna kick the blocks out in the rear, and then I got a little bit lower shackles. But then I'm gonna be towing with it. So I already put airlift airbags in the back. So it's already got airbags. That way, when it sags from the trailer and the truck in the back, I can just air it back up and it'll be level. So I'm gonna do the reverse level over the next couple days, kick the blocks out, do some shackles, and then I did get Ford Performance wheels. Actually, Ford Performance makes some really sick wheels. Now for my Ford people, I kind of want to hear how many points people have, but I have bought a lot of vehicles over the last like 2 or 3 years, brand new vehicles, and I've never paid attention to the Ford Pass rewards till my buddy was like, dude, I just bought, you know, whatever. He bought floor mats or something. He's like, I bet you have a lot of those Ford Pass rewards. And I was like, huh, I never even thought about that. I didn't realize you could buy so much stuff with them. Oh my God. I had 280,000 points once. And then, that was before I bought this truck. And then I got like another 47,000 from this truck. So I almost pretty much paid for these Ford Performance 22-inch wheels for this truck with all my points. So at one time I had like over 300,000 points, which is a lot. I'm an idiot. I wonder if someone out there has more. I'm sure somebody does, like a commercial account or something. But yeah, so I got those wheels coming for it. I don't want to go too crazy. I think eventually, maybe by the end of the year, maybe next week, just do a Whipple on like pump gas would be really cool, or just some type of blower on pump gas. Just pump gas, people. It's a daily. I got to tow with this thing. I can't be going crazy. I don't want no E85. No return style fuel system. I don't want none of that. I already got it. I already went too crazy with the single cab. I went too freaking crazy with the single cab. Too freaking crazy. I'm gonna show you here in just like 5 seconds. I went way too crazy. But it's my little race truck, you know, a little street truck. Oh man, I'm an idiot. But yeah, I love this truck. If you guys haven't driven the new F-150s, they're really badass. And yeah, so I'm gonna give you some small small updates on the F-150, the single cab, real quick before I close out the video. For me just blabbing along. Oh, this road drive. See what I'm saying? These roads are so shitty in Amarillo that it makes it even worse to drive an F-250. If I just had to drive the highway all day with the F-250, it'd be fine. But the problem is we always have to take these back roads to get everywhere, and oh my God, they're awful. It's terrible. These roads are terrible. Jeez. This is why you can't have a nice lower car around here either. It is awful. Anyways, I'm gonna give you some small updates to the F-150. I was gonna like do daily uploads this week because I'm like hammering on the truck this week. Not physically hammering like when I did Joe's concrete, but like, you know, getting shit done on it. But I really want to just, the day I started up, I want to make a video on it. So, since this is a separate video, I'll just give you a small little glimpse of what I was doing yesterday. But we are so close on this damn truck. We're just wrapping up like the small, I say small. We're wrapping up the small details. Essentially, I was waiting on the custom rear end I did. It is in the truck. The center section is in. We're waiting on the axles. The brakes are in for the rear. The fuel cell is in. I just got to mount it. Like, there is a day or two worth of work and this thing could be running. Obviously, we got to get with Lund and get that all figured out. I spoke with Manuel, and we have to do some really weird really weird things with these trucks to make them use a Turbo 400. So that will be very interesting. See, the Mustangs are easy because you can literally just swap a manual strategy into the PCM and the car thinks it's a manual, no big deal. Well, F-150 doesn't have a manual option. If they did, that would be sweet because then we could do this, but the F-150 doesn't have that manual option, so we can't do that quite as easy. And you can't just swap a Mustang PCM because literally everything is different on these things, you know? Speed density versus MAF, firing order, just a bunch of crap. So the only problem when you're trying to like mod like very new vehicles is all the damn electronics can get really annoying. It makes everything super hard to modify. But we figure out workarounds. Let me show you the truck real quick. What are you doing? It's called a dead cat. It's not a dead cat. It's like it's to help with the wind noise. It's my old camera. Really? I'm bringing back the old camera, Anthony. Are you clipping your nails? So, like I said, check this out. Woo! Oh my goodness. Yeah. She's a beast. So, got that. Got the air motor fuel cell. Just gotta mount it. We're close. That rear end is freaking sweet. Let me show you around the truck real quick. So, crew cab, F-150, 5.0, four-wheel drive, of course. See what I'm saying? It's got the nice fog lights and the nice headlights, which I really love. That would have drove me crazy if I didn't get those. Everything's painted to match. Side steps are gonna come off. You can see I already got airbags in there. Just had it freshly Linexed. By the way, a fresh Linex is always so nice. But yeah, there it is. Nothing crazy, just a nice paint matched F-150. Like I said, for an XLT, this thing is really nice. But at the end of the day, it's still an XLT. So I just wanted to give you guys that little update on the single cab. I really would just want to wait to make a video until it's actually running, because like the last two videos, I'm like, it's so close, it's so close. But what people don't understand that don't build cars or work on their own stuff is the big stuff is easy. I will literally assemble a long block, put it in a damn car in the same day. I will swap your trans in the same day. You know what takes forever? Making lines and fittings and cutting them to length and P-clamping them and zip tying shit and making, you know, doing riv nuts and making mounts and that shit takes forever. Oh my gosh. It is the little things that takes so long. It's so funny, like you send someone an update, you know, like you got their turbos in or something and they're like, oh man, sick. When's it gonna run? Dude, that was the easy part. It's all the little stuff that comes after. And anyone that does this can literally agree to this. It's all the little things at the end that take forever. And especially when you're at the end of a project, is you start realizing like, oh, I'm missing this fitting, or oh, I got to make a bracket for that still, or oh, my line's too short, I got to, redo that, or oh yeah, I still got to do that, I still got to mount that. Like mounting stuff takes a long time, especially if you're trying to be methodical about it and make it look clean and make it sturdy, all those things. The little things at the end of the vehicle build take the longest. And assuming you have no issues. Once you start running into issues and you got diagnosed, that's what takes the longest. And nothing ever goes as planned. I don't care if you're getting your car built by Hefner, UGR, any of those big places. They will tell you the same thing. I've listened and talked to all these people at big shops. Always at the end, you spend probably the most amount of money and the most amount of time to get your project done. That's just how building cars is. And nothing goes perfect. But that's part of it. But that was why one of the reasons why I kind of want to make any more videos on the single cab, because it was kind of getting annoying. Like, oh, it's almost done. Because in my head, it is almost done. But I know I still have like a full week's worth of work to get it like running. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. TX2K is right around the damn corner. I've got a few vehicles we're trying to get ready. Obviously not just my single cab. But I've got a video coming on a very special vehicle that we're trying to get done. And it already looks insane, and it is part of the reason why I haven't done any videos, is because that car's like in the background. I don't want people to see it until it's done and running and ready to go. But super excited, super thankful everyone that has supported me so far. Coyote Direct is we're doing a lot this year, and we did a lot last year, and we've got a lot of gosh darn F-150s here. Oh my god. It's F-150 Central. I think we have 8 or 9 here. And they're like, almost all of them are full builds. Y'all are crazy. Appreciate y'all. See you on the next one.